podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Boxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punches? When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
Boxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was cuffing you, taking those punches.
Beyonce Productions.
Making women gestures like,
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. Vitaly Vitaly Klitschko.
Boxingvoice.com.
I'ma treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'ma dominate, I'ma dog this fighter.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was hands and title, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure, he can box. I'm a true champion, I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City, I'ma step on him, I'ma crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this, I'ma crush him. He's a C+ fighter, I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in cause I'ma dominate. This guy is flat foot, he swing wild. I'm not worried about who his trainer is cause his trainer can't get in there and fight for him.
Beyonce Productions.
Boxingvoice.com. Boxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio #TBV podcast. Let's go. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another one. The heavyweight champion of the world is basically waiting for us. So I got to put in the call, let him know that we're all scheduled and ready to go. And I'm going to do that. You know, I was waiting for Big Supermax or maybe even Michael Gross, the boss, to jump on. But we'll do a solo dolo Scarface, no Manolo. And we'll take Patron questions. We'll just start off that way, man. So, yeah, just text and ready when you are, champ. So if you haven't asked your question already, you know the number to call in, 1425-569-5241. If you want to call in and voice your opinion after the champ gets off the line. If you want to ask the champ a question, well, you know you got to head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice and click on that Ask Deontay Wilder a question, and we'll get this thing going, man. So, yeah, man, we're going to have the champ on. I'm happy that he was able to find some time. You know, we were supposed to get him on yesterday. Called me today, and we're ready to rock and roll for sure. So, yeah, man, I'm going to just go ahead and pull up the posts with his questions and get those ready so we can ask all the Patreon questions, obviously, and go from there. We're just waiting here for him to connect with us. I guess he had an early day at the gym. Who knows? What is today? Today is Friday. Maybe he took off. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he had some arrangements. What we do know so far is that they finally announced a face-to-face press conference. So we'll be able to get first dibs on Deontay Wilder's thoughts about finally coming face-to-face, about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury wanted to claim that Wilder didn't want to meet with him, that it was better for Al Heyman, Shelley Finkel, and everyone to keep him away. So we'll definitely be asking the champ all about that and his thoughts on Fury and Fury's thoughts on what was taking place. Looks like we connected with Big Super Mex. Let me go on that and get him on in here and, get this thing started. Like I said, we're waiting for the champ to connect.
Boxingvoice.com.
Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
Boxingvoice.com.
Yo, what up, TBV? It's been a minute, but Mr. Ness sent out the bat signal, and the Supermax had to come in. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 2. We're getting that official press conference. I think that's something that we all wanted. I know this fight is big enough to sell itself, but man, their press conferences were very entertaining. I'm excited, Ness. What do you think prompted this change?
Probably everything they heard from the public, right? It was kind of like the public wasn't happy with the non-traditional promotion of the event. And maybe they're, directly responding to that.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, especially because it's been so long since the first fight, you got to kind of refresh people's memory. Fury's a great talker. Wilder himself is a great talker. So, to me, when you have two good talkers, it sells a lot. Fury is very quick-witted, has good comebacks. When I move, you move. Things like that type of stuff. And Wilder, I've seen a lot of Wilder press conferences, a lot of Wilder interviews. The man's never lied to me. So,
speaking of, looks like we got the man of the hour on the line. We're going to go out to the heavyweight champion of the world, WBC champion, full training camp mode, 7 weeks to go, or is it 6? Deontay Wilder, how are you? Happy New Year, happy holidays, and thank you first and foremost for taking out the time to come on the Boxing Voice and, like always, chop it up with the boxing fans. Okay, maybe that's not Wilder.
That was a great introduction, though, Ness, man. Always gives you a chance to practice on the intros, right?
Yo, it was I could have sworn, ain't 205 Alabama? I'm pretty sure it's 205 Alabama. Let me double check this number here.
Oh, man, you guess as good as
Yeah,
mine.
that is it. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Champ, you there? We got you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. That was my own technical difficulty. I am sorry. But at least you got to hear that introduction, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy holidays and happy New Year's to you guys as well. I'm doing great, and everything's going great. Camp is going great. Man, just happy. We all happy over here, and just ready for February 22nd.
Well, first and foremost, man, thank you so much for coming on. I know you are in the biggest fight of your career, so and I see you haven't done any interviews, man. So I feel not only thankful, humbled, appreciative, all that rolled into one. I do want to ask you, though, Tyson Fury came out maybe last week saying that this was Al Heyman, Shelley Finkel, your manager, even your wife, keeping you away from him, not wanting to do a face-to-face. But now today we get a press release stating that you are doing a press conference. Just talk to me about his statements and what's your mindset going into this press conference.
Well, with these other opponents, they always have to come out and have something to say, to stay relevant or just to mention my name. And I appreciate them, to mention my name, to keep me relevant, to keep my name, in the scene when sometimes I don't even want to be, what I'm saying? I make myself known. I make my presence known when I want it to be. Sometimes I just sit back and I do my own thing. I'm a happy man. I got a happy life. I got a great family. I got loving people around me. And, my life is filled with joy each and every day. So a lot of the nonsense that goes on, I don't have an ear for, or I don't even really know what's going on because I'm just enjoying life and enjoying the fruits of my labor, But with his statements, nothing has nothing to do with my trainer, my team, nobody. Period. It was just a simple fact that I caught a stomach flu, and man, if you ain't never had the stomach flu, man, shit, pray that you never ever have to experience it in your life, because I've never had that before, and that was one of the worst feelings that I've ever had in a long time. I had to go to the hospital immediately on Christmas. I'm glad I did go at that point in time. If I didn't, and I would have still been around as far as energy wise, I would have caught it would have turned into pneumonia. So, it was a great decision. I couldn't make it to the press conference or all the activity that was going on anyway. My energy was too low. I couldn't move. I barely could talk. I sounded like Mark Breland, at the house, with a lot of whispers and different things like that. So I was very, very ill, and I definitely was going to try to boost my energy or boost myself up to go do a press conference. I wouldn't be no good, being able to promote it. So I stayed away, and it was a good thing to stay away, from others. A lot of people draw your energy anyway. A lot of people, it's a lot of sickness going on, and why would I go out to get even worse than what I am? I got a big fight coming up February 22nd, and I'm bringing the best of Deontay Wilder. The first move was only half of me. It was a over-exciting Wilder, and I still got the job done. I knocked his ass out, and I'm looking forward to it coming back February. I call this fight, unfinished business, and that what I shall do. I speak all things in existence. I believe in it, and it comes to me. Y'all witnessed that. Even the first time I fought, Fury, I told him 2 years before then, I'm going to baptize you. And I did just that. I told him he would go timber. I did just that. I told him I was going to knock him out. I did just that. So come February 22nd, it is just the unfinished business, and I'll handle my business, guaranteed.
How's it going, champ? This is Joseph Rodriguez, a.k.a. Big Supermax. First of all, it's an honor to ask you some questions, champ. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. I also had the stomach flu not long ago, and you're very right. It's a very, very tough sickness to deal with. But my question first, champ, is do you feel it's important for this rematch as far as pay-per-view sales and build up to do this press conference, or is it something that, you'd really rather not deal with, being as it is a big fight? Obviously, you guys are both great talkers. We know Fury can talk his ass off. So do you think it's a boost, or do you think it's just another part of the job that you got to deal with?
I'm sorry. Say the first part again. I heard the second. I heard the rest. But do I feel what again?
Do you feel like it's something necessary to help boost the pay-per-view sales for the rematch, or do you just feel like it's something that's part of the job that has to be done?
As far as the press conferences?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doing this press conference after all.
Oh yeah. I mean, with this press conference, I feel, with the sales, the ticket sales is speaking for itself. It's doing tremendously well in the sales, especially when we first put it out there. People just start grabbing. They've been talking about this fight for a very long time. Even even when we was mentioning May 18th rematch. So it's already been out there. When the tickets went out there, people went crazy, and they still going crazy now. And so I think the tickets definitely have sold itself. I think the first fight and having the controversial decision, it already sold the fight, and people were just waiting on a time and a date. And once we gave them that, they did their part. With promoting it, it won't hurt to do a couple of things, promote it, which we got a lot of things coming up. We got some promotion in New York, and we got some promotion in L.A. coming up, so we'll be able to do that as well. But then also I feel that because we got two of the biggest sports networks dealing with Fox and ESPN, that's even more of a booster. That's an extra right there, because those ain't nobody bigger than those guys, so they got a lot of viewing on there, and we on both platforms. So Fox did a tremendous job of promoting my Forties fight. I mean, it was everywhere. Every time I looked up, I seen it, no matter what device, no matter what where I was or where I was looking at. You know, even on YouTube and stuff like that, I would see, you know, advertisement of the fight coming up. So I don't think it's going to be no lesser than Ortiz. In fact, I think it's going to be a lot more. You know, this is a highly anticipated fight. A lot of people are excited, including myself, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, but like I said, you know, promoting it a little bit. I mean, you know, like we're doing now, it definitely won't hurt. And I'm just glad I'm better and I'm back at it, so I can get the promotion going and let my fans hear me. You know, that's one of the reasons why I took this this opportunity to do the interview. You know, for the fans. I know a lot of people haven't heard from me in a while. Sometimes I get like that. You know, and but I'm back, baby. I'm back, and I'm looking great. I'm feeling great. It's a quick turnaround for me, and it's perfect as well because you know I entered into camp. This last week was second week in camp, but my body in this quick turnaround, it feel like this is the 5th week of camp for me. So I'm looking amazing, you know, in camp, and I'm just looking forward to the fight as a whole.
Champ, so I wanted to ask, being as though that you caught the flu, were you able to step on a scale since you left the hospital or since you've gotten better, just to know how much you weigh?
I haven't got on the scale since. I mean, I haven't got on the scale since my last fight. So, but you know, Ness, we never worry about weight. You know, weight is never an issue for me, whether I'm high or low. You know, most of the time, most 98% of the time, my opponents outweigh me, and we're used to that. You know, that ain't the end all be all for me. We know what I'm capable of doing, even when I'm at a low weight of 205, which I came in the last Fury fight. You know, no, I think the official was 209. Was it 209? Yeah, the last official was 209. And probably at the end of that 12-round fight, it was probably 205. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it all, it probably was 204. But, you know, that just, my power never diminished. It went nowhere. It was still there, even in the 12th, even leading up into the 12th round. So that just tell you my ability and the skill and the talent that I possess and have. I tell people I'm anointed, I'm blessed, and it's a real thing. And so, you know, with that being said, I never worry about weight. But at the end of the day, I'm a warrior as well, and I have a warrior mindset. So even if I didn't have the power, my mindset will be the substitute for it all. You know, we all know that, you know, there's no one has a mindset like mine in the division. And a lot of them try to learn from me and try to understand some of the things that I come up with. I use a lot of different terminology and subliminal messages and stuff that I speak in my passage. But, you know, it's a lot of things that goes on in the world. And, you know, I just try to put a lot of people on to it so they can pay attention. But you know, I'm looking forward to the fight. I know a lot of people are as well, and it's going to be an exciting thing, man.
So, Champ, traditionally, you know, people always say the boxer does better. But like I've said many times, you're not a traditional fighter. So in this fight, I think that's what makes it interesting. It's 50-50. What are you expecting from Fury as far as since he's now with Sugar Hill and, you know, he's going to advance on his boxing? Do you think he's going to keep distance more? Do you think he needs or what do you expect out of him? I know he's talking knockout, but I don't think any of us believe that. What are you expecting out of this Fury this time around?
I mean, to be honest, I'm expecting the same Fury that we saw the first time. I don't see nothing that he's going to be able to change or be able to do. The only thing that's going to be able to change is his weight, whether he can go up or go down. Other than that, I don't see nothing going to be changed. Look, you know, when the man came back, you know, he was definitely in shape. He had, I mean, look at the things that he put himself through. You know, he always talking about how he was out of shape and all that, but at the end of the day, when you look at it in reality, you know, you didn't come back in out of shape. You came back in tremendous shape. You had 3 training camps, 2 warm-ups, and you had 5 or 6 trainers in your camp. You know, so if that's not a booster or inspiration to have so many things going on to get you in shape, then I don't know what is. So at this point in time, I know he's doing a lot of things to train his his trainers and stuff like that, which I don't understand that either. Because if you feel you beaten in the wide margin, as you so claim, why is all this change? Why are you one doing the change and I'm still the same? You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as trainers in my camp and stuff like that, you know, he's the one trying to adjust to me, not the other way around. And with that being said, I don't feel it's nothing that Sugar's gonna be able to come in and do and get him ready for a look. At the end of the day, you know, Sugar's not manual. You know what I mean? If he was a manual, then we'll be talking about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's not a manual. And you know, we wish him all luck. It ain't gonna matter who he get and count with him at the end of the day. You know, he's just running that bill up. So when it's time, when the end of the camp, that'll be the one have to pay everybody. You know, we still got our same people. We got a lot of great things going on in camp, and may the best man win. You know, and that's all I'm looking forward to. I'm glad that this rematch is finally happening. You know, I forced the immediate rematch. You know, and when he didn't even try to make a necessary need of making it happen. You know what I mean? You know, that's just the true warrior in me, and thank God that, you know, we're still undefeated and able to get to this point because, you know, well, he didn't take any high risk, you know, getting to this point. You know, he took the safe road of things, but, you know, I risked it all each in fight, you know, coming with Brazil and coming back with a dangerous, you know, Ortiz. And here we are now. So, man, I'm just excited for this fight. I'm excited for February the 22nd. And like I said, may the best man win at the end of the night.
Speaking of you not changing anything in camp, I don't know if you had the opportunity to see since you had the flu, but AJ did an interview with Sky Sports where he said he'd be willing to help Fury prepare for this fight versus you. Then Fury heard that, immediately came out on social media and said, hey, AJ, I would love to have you in camp. And there's been this whole thing as to whether or not he's going to go into camp. What do you think about AJ, wanting to team up against you? And what do you think about Fury wanting to bring AJ into camp to team up against you?
Yeah, I see. You know, I was notified of it, and I saw it as well. And, you know, look at those bitches. That's what I said. You know, some bitches. You know, who try to team up on someone. You know, if you say you the best and he talking about the best, and I'm saying I'm the best, and now you motherfuckers trying to team up with each other. I guess it's UK versus USA. You know, that's, you know, with anything, it builds my confidence up. It allows me to hold my chest out even higher in my head, and hold my chest out and lift my head up a little bit more higher, you know what I mean, and walk through the room like I'm the man when I'm walking through, when I know I am, you know, and continue to send my bomb squad into this motherfucking day. Because when I see guys double teaming and trying to help each other out like that, when the world's trying to see who is the best, you know, out of this whole you know, thing that's going on in the heavyweight division, and you know, it makes me feel good. So hopefully those guys get to work with each other and come up with a master plan to try to beat the impossible. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a heavyweight in the division period. They got no type of plan. I don't care what trainer they bring aboard or have, you know, in their camp. I'm one of my kind. I'm the first of my kind. And people just have to deal with it. They have to face it, and they have to understand and look at the beauty inside of my craft, my art, my skill that I displayed to the world over and over and over again. Like I said, it's things that I say that comes to pass, and you got to understand and respect a man that speak it. He walk it like he talking, and I speak what I say, and I bring shit to pass for you guys, and consistently over and over again, I give you guys what the heavyweight division is built off of. It's not built off of skills, you know. It's built off of power. People come to get dressed. They don't want to see a 12-round boxing match. They want to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. Their brains getting punched out of their head, you know. And Deontay Wilder damn near come close to providing you with what you need.
Absolutely, champ. Now, real quick, just to change pace, this is a co-promoted pay-per-view event. Do you feel like you are leading the way to start maybe other co-promotions? Obviously, a big fight is Spence versus Crawford which is something I think the world will want to see. Obviously, Errol needs to heal up from the car injury. But is this something that was easily worked out because there was already the rematch talks about before, or do you think you set a precedent? And also, can I get your pick if we have Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford? Who do you like in that fight, champ?
With the cross promotions, I definitely think we're setting the way, for a lot of things, because there's a lot of fighters out here, and we all mixed in different. Well, I don't have a promoter, but there's a lot of guys that mixed in different promotions, and there's a lot of great fights to be made, but because of maybe different networks or maybe different promotion, act childish with each other and don't want to, work together for some reason, make these fights happen. And I think we're setting the pace on that, and that's all I ever want. I don't never want to limitize myself, limitize myself to having a fight with another fighter. I can't end my career saying that I'm the best if I haven't fought them. You know what I'm saying? The only way to do that and build a great legacy is to be able to fight these guys. And one of the things about being able to fight them, you got to understand that we're going to agree to disagree sometimes. But just because I'm with someone and you with another network or another promotion doesn't mean we can't work together. I know when it's like that, especially when it's bad blood, because boxing is a crazy world that we love, but, the egos, it's too many egos in there, and I think that sooner or later, sometimes the egos, the guard falls down, and people start working together. And this is another case. Of course, my team is a great team, and I feel like I have one of the best teams in the world. And we're willing to work with anyone. There's not been anyone that we have turned down or walked away from. We have tried to work with any and everyone that willing to want to fight, and that's what I request. You know what I mean? I get involved when they're dealing with somebody because I want to fight the fighter. At the end of the day, I want to get the fans what they want to see. I can't be talking all this shit and can't bag it up. I must talk it to be able to bag it up. I want to prove others wrong. I want to be able to show them what I've been known. What is manifesting in my life for me. This is still my year of manifestation. I'm still walking through it and I understand it. And it's nothing like a strong man to understand his journey. It's a dangerous one as well. He's a dangerous man when he understands his journey, and I'm walking in my manifestation, and I'm understanding, and I'm grabbing all of my blessings. So with that being said, I'm not going to limitize myself, allow anyone else to dictate or limit me from making great fights. And I hope that this fight can bring many other fights to pass. You know what I mean? Like I said, it don't make no sense. At this point, if you want to make boxing at an all-time great, these promoters, these networks, whoever else, prevent fights, great fights from happening, we got to lower those egos and get this thing on and popping. And your second question with the Spence and Crawford question, I'm Earl is my boy all day long. That's my guy, man. Terrence my guy too. And I'm definitely on the fence on that fight, man. I think Earl will be the bigger fighter. He may even be the stronger fighter. But Bud coming there with a lot of intellect. He can switch up his style and stuff. He may come in a little smaller or whatever. I don't know if that'll play anything against him. And being a less stronger guy, I don't know if that'll play anything in there as well. But I think while the fight lasts, I think it'll be an amazing fucking fight. One that the world is looking forward to, and another fight that we want to see. And if it does happen, you definitely will know that the Bronx Bomber will be in the building.
Champ, I know you focused in camp, but I mean, Sky Sports is a pretty big platform, and they had Dillian White up there, and he's running around. I don't know. I don't know if this is true. I mean, it's something maybe you need to talk to the WBC about, but he's saying that you guys have the same belt, that the interim belt is the same exact belt. Then he went on Sky Sports and said that, obviously this is, everybody knows that's not true. But I mean, he's saying like yours stands for World Coward Champion. And, like, when are you going to shut this guy's mouth? I know right now you're contractually obligated to Fury, but is there any little bit of you that wants to shut him up, or do you not even care about Dillian White?
I mean, every poodle has his day. You know what I mean? And with a poodle, they're not dangerous at all. So they mostly off their leash. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let him stay off his leash for a little bit and let the poodle continue to bark along, do what he do and try to build clout. No one cares about Dillian White. Dillian White is definitely not important in my life at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? But when that time comes, you know what the saying said, be careful what you ask for, and you know how I am. I love mandatories. Like I said, they're like flies in my ears, and I get rid of them when the time comes. So when that time comes, and I think that time will come, especially if you keep winning or whatever, just continue to pick the safe fights. You know what I'm saying? Pick the safe fucking fights, because that's what you guys do over there. You pick safe fights, and you want to call my name out and call me a coward, which, no one in the world will believe that I'm a coward. I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'm the hardest hitting puncher in boxing history, period. When you do what I do over and over and over again, you don't have no fear of no man. I never had fear of even being brought up into the world, because I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't born like that. You know what I'm saying? And as a grown man, my principle and my morals still lies as a grown man. And I teach my sons to be brave, to be respectful, but never let no one, cross you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about the little clout chasing that he's doing or whatever, because at the end of the day, if you have any sense in your head and you're looking at boxing, you'll understand that that White had many opportunities of facing me, many strong opportunities of facing me. And he didn't want to take none of those opportunities. And he definitely had he didn't want to fight Ortiz, especially when the WBC mandated him to. It's just something about Ortiz none of these fighters want to get in trouble with. They'll go on and talk about the man old and all that, but then they'll go back and fight the same guys in the same age range as the guy, or even older than the guy. So you can't call one man old and then fight the same man that's the same age or older, without saying he's not old or whatever. All that little bullshit, man. That's just stuff to not want you to fight and try to stay away from me, but then, want to clout chase like it's my fault. Like all these motherfuckers blaming on me. It's me, it's me, it's me. I mean, like I said, I'm the one got the power in the division. Why? If you have power, you can knock a man out at any given time, any given second, why would he be the one scared of anyone? If anything, he would be the one to have the more confidence, out of anyone, because of his ability and what he's capable of doing. And we know it's not a fluke. We know it's something that's real, because I've been doing it for damn near 12 years of proving people wrong, of whooping ass and taking names, knocking them out in dramatic fashion. Every man I face in the ring have tasted that fucking canvas, and that's factual. So when you have the ability to do that, you really don't worry about none of these guys. And at this point in time in my career, I'm on a roll, got a big fight coming up, and I'm super focused. I'm not worrying about what White's talking about, trying to seek attention. I'm not worried about what none of these guys in the division is doing. I know my position. I know where I stand at. I'm in a strong position, and I'm staying by that. I'm ready for February 22nd, and that's all I'm concerned at this moment in time. February 22nd, handling unfinished business.
Now, champ, you've talked about being wanting to be a world champion. Obviously, I know you've had fights in Mexico. I think you fought in England before. Um, what were some places that were approaching you guys about getting this Wilder Fury rematch that were putting in bids? I know personally, I'd love to see you fight at Cowboy Stadium. I think I know here in Texas we'd show up big for you. But is there a list of places you want to put on your put on your resume as places you fought that you haven't gotten a chance to fight yet?
Yeah, I definitely want to do one at the Cowboy Stadium for sure. I wouldn't mind to. I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely gonna put one on in Atlanta. You know, I've been living there for years. I'm gonna put one there as well. The people's waiting on that one. That's still, that's still is gonna be something that happens. You know, Shamir Ortiz was gonna do a fight in Florida. I was gonna take that back to Florida, but we ended up going to Vegas on that one. And you definitely want to do a lot of different countries. I would love to do a fight in Africa. You know, I would love to go back to my fiance native country, Philippines, in the Philippines and fight there. You know what I mean? I was up in Italy and I was telling them we would love to come and fight here. If they could, they was talking about doing something like at the college. Well, they did a fight outside the Coliseum or whatever, but I was like, I would love to fight here. You know what I mean? Just having that history that of having so many warriors, have to risk their life, to survive. Almost like boxing, we're all just trying to survive. That's all. At the end of the day, and with that, we have to pay a price, and that's our life, unfortunately. But I would love to fight a lot of places, and it's the saying, what makes money makes sense, and I'm all about for the people. What if it's a place that's safe for people to go to that can enjoy themselves and it can get home safely as well? Yeah, why not? We're open to any and everything. That's the thing about me, and it's the thing about my great team that I have that surrounds me. We're open for anything. We'll work with anybody, and we're open for any place. A lot of guys, a lot of them may have their opinion about certain things, and that's okay. And they come with me with their opinions and stay in certain situations. But at the end of the day, the final answer, the final decision comes from me. And whatever I make, they're with me 100%. So I'm looking forward to expanding. Where I fight and defend my title, before I end my career. Like I said, I'm planning on only being here for the next 6 years, and out of these next 6 years, you can expect the very best of Deontay Wilder.
All right, champ, I'm going to go out to the people's question, and Mike just got in, so you'll be hearing from Mike. I got Ryan Mesa, a.k.a. Dempsey in California, says, blessings, champ. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and your family. Looking forward to the rematch. Fury's past days with partying heavily could possibly have affected his ability to take body shots. I noticed in the first fight you were jabbing his body early. Is there any plans to attack his body early?
Thanks, man. Happy New Year's to you as well, too. And most definitely, we definitely got plans. That's one of the things that I stopped doing in the first fight. I don't know why I stopped going to the body. I just stopped going. But we definitely gonna target the body. We're gonna target everywhere that's an opening. We're gonna hit. You know what I mean? And the head, the chest, the shoulder. I'm gonna try to rip his liver up out of his body. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a real fight. I was the aggressor in the first fight, and I'm gonna be aggressor in this fight. I know you're talking about knocking somebody out, but you really, when Fury say he's gonna knock someone out, he really is trying to make you laugh. And because we know that he have pillows as a fist. He's feather fisted for sure, and he ain't knocking nobody out. So I'm just looking forward to it, man. It's an exciting time for the heavyweight division, and man, this is going to be an amazing fight, and we coming back to Vegas with this, as everyone knows, and we'll see what happens, you know, far as I know, there's a lot of talk with a lot of things going on. You know, we'll see what happens after this fight. But right now, it's man, y'all don't want to miss this one. Trust me.
Hey, what's going on, champ? Pardon my tardiness, man. Has had a little things to do, but how's everything with you?
Man, I'm doing great, Mike. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Can't complain. My first question is, man, I seen you meet Pope Francis, and I see that like a couple of days ago they blessed you with the Boxing Ambassador of Peace Award. How was that experience, and how was it knowing that he gave you that nice title?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. You know, going to Rome, Italy was something that was on my bucket list, and what a great way to scratch it off my bucket list to get an invitation to come and meet the Pope. You know, found out the Pope is a big boxing fan, and you know, it was amazing to meet him. You know, it was a pleasure as well. And just everything he stands for, you know, I'm a type of person that I sit back and I observe you, you know, and see how you are and what you do and stuff. A lot of people can fake a lot of things, you know, even if you don't understand, if you have a language barrier in between, sometimes you can look at a person and just sit back and look at their actions. Your actions is everything. You know, your words is one thing, but your actions means much more than your words. And man, you know, the way he interacted with people, you know, how we spoke to him, certain things he did, you know, you can tell his versatility, you know, as a Pope. And before I met him, I heard, you know, how he was so different than the ones that came before him. And he really is, you know, I mean, he's more laid back and more up to date with things and just a cool Pope, you know. So it was a pleasure to be able to meet him and, you know, to get named Boxing Ambassador of Peace. You know, a lot of people would like say, what? You know, but like I said, like I posted, man, I'm a peaceful man by day, but a beast in the ring by night. And that's my principle, my goal, my principles, my values that I abide by. You know what I mean? It's okay to be able to love people, be a great married, go out and do a lot of things, you know, and spread the peace and love, you know. But it's, you know, my occupation consists of whipping people's ass, and that means bringing the pain. And, you know, you got to understand that as well, too. So it's like a yin and a yang, day and night. And it was an honor to be able to do that because I'm a killer, man. I know I'm a killer, you know, and I go in this ring I go in the ring with the mindset of, I got to knock you the fuck out. That's the only way you get out of this ring. You taste this champion. That's how you can get out. You know what I mean? That's just my mindset each and every time. I'm a dangerous fighter, especially with my mindset. My mindset is even more dangerous than I as a person, you know. But you got to have that. You got to have that in boxing. And to be able to go there, meet him, and get awarded, you know, the things that I was awarded, you know, it made me feel good. And it was a great honor, Mike, you know.
I'm going to do a whole 360 with you. I got to ask you this question, but I understand if you don't want to answer. We had Lou DiBella on a couple weeks ago, and he said he didn't give the details of what the conversation would be, but he said he would like to have a one-on-one man conversation with you. Would you be willing or open to talk to Lou DiBella?
Well, he actually said that he feels he deserves that. He said he wants to have a one-on-one conversation, and he feels that Deontay Wilder, that he deserves that from Deontay Wilder.
I mean, Luke got my number. You know what I mean? You know, I don't never have a problem. I love Lou. You know, I don't have a problem with Lou. Lou know how to call me. Likewise, we still stay in touch. The whole developed promotion family. You know what I mean? You know, they still family at the end of the day. And whenever Lou want to call me about something, he gonna call me. You know what I mean? You know, I never turn down his call or anything. You know, I'm always open ears. You know, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I still respect him. You know, as a human being, first and foremost, he's a great man. And you know, if you want to reach out to me, he got something. He needs something to talk about. He know how to find me.
The next one from the people is from John, that one white boy in Texas, who says, "Why do you feel the need to have an alter ego?"
It's not a feeling of a need to. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand it, then the Bible even say, lean not to your own understanding. That your blessings comes in the morning time. So what's for me is for me. What's for me to understand is not for you to understand, but to witness. You're the witness. So witness what God has for me. I've been blessed with the ability and the skill and the mindset to give my greatness in this sport we call boxing. And I provide that for you with my life on the line each and every time. So what you don't understand, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy what you're witnessing. As if you was at the Coliseum. I mentioned the Coliseum. Just be like one of the people that was a witness in the greatness. That was the witness in the gladiators that was courage enough to put their lives on the line. So you can be able to see greatness. And I'm displaying my greatness. Now I could sit back and I can retire now. I could sit back and not fight no one and not show you nothing. But enjoy it. Why complain? Enjoy it. And that's what I got for it.
Speaking of witnessing greatness, I had my mindset, man. I was like, Ness, bro, we got to get to this fight, bro. We got to get to this fight. Then we get on the thing, look it up. Tickets like $1,300. That's like my rent for a month. You know what I'm saying? I love you, but I can't sleep outside. Do you anticipate the price coming down any?
Man, I don't handle that department, and that just lets you know the value of this fight. I mean, it's a huge fight. It's one of the biggest fights in the world, and I'm not saying that the price should be what it is. I really don't know what the prices are. I haven't been focusing on that and concerned about that. My job is to whoop ass. When it comes that night of the fight, and that's what I do. All the other things, all the other distractions. I can't dwell in that and worry about all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? So, if you can make it to the fight, come on out. You got money to spend, come on out. I know the holidays have came, Christmas, and you have the New Year's, and now we coming back around. You can say, fuck February, Valentine's Day. Don't go spend your money on that shit. Y'all spending money on something you do every day. Some guys only get pussy because they paying for it. So that's the same shit. So don't go spend your money on no Valentine's Day. Come to the fight. If you're gonna be something, say, hey, this is a Valentine's present for the fight. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get more enjoyment out of that. You're gonna come and see me knock Fury ass out, and you can take your girl whatever you want after that, and y'all can have a great time. That'll be the greatest Valentine's present around. But other than that, if it wasn't for this fight, man, don't waste your money on that. And if you can't make it in person to the arena, click that button, baby. It ain't gonna hurt. This is a fight that comes once in a lifetime. I am greatness. I'm providing my service to my greatness, and I'm not scared to use it. I'm displaying it, and I'm speaking it before it even happened. So I want you guys to witness, and I've brought a lot of believers on board because of me speaking. Before it can even happen. Some people say they won't believe it until they see it. But I want to make people believe in things before they even see it, because sometimes you can be too slow. Sometimes you wasting time if you worry about, well, I believe it when I see it. When you can already believe something happens before it even happens. And then you can already get a head start on things. And that's what I try to teach people, and I try to show. I try to lead by example. This is an amazing fight. I don't really have to really advertise this fight, even further, on this interview, because y'all know how big it is, how important it is, and what's to come of it. At the end of the day, it's going to be an amazing fight, and I'm looking forward to participating in it come February 22nd.
So, champ, there's reports that have been that the Ring Magazine title will be on the line for this. And my question for you is, if you get past Fury and win this fight, will you be also taking on that Ring Magazine title as well as the Lineal Championship? Will you acknowledge that? I know you really weren't a big fan of Fury's Lineal title.
No, I would not be. You know, I don't. No, I'm not. I don't care nothing for it at all. You know, and we only heard about a lineal. You know, we only heard about this lineal champion stuff when Fury came out. When, you know, he won a belt from Klitschko but never defended. You know, and I know that kind of hurts. You know, and I don't know, I know that hurts a lot. You know, you never had an opportunity. It ain't that you had an opportunity. You allowed yourself not to have it because you wanted to play with your nose. And that's okay. That was your part of your choice drug to use. You just did it a little bit too much, and it just went overboard from there. So he never allowed himself to have an opportunity of defending those titles. So now he's trying to justify it or trying to have some type of validation for it. Like, it's just like holding that you're holding a bunny at night. He needs to hold his bunny at night because he's dwelling over I had the titles but didn't do nothing with it. And now he coming up with this lineal stuff. I haven't heard about it until Fury came out with this crazy shit. Now they having fucking 12-round fights for invisible belt. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? But hey.
What about the Ring Magazine title, champ? That one is supposed to be on the line as well. How do you feel about that title?
I mean, I don't care about that either. You know what I'm saying? The Ring Magazine belt is ain't that? Oh, don't Golden Boy run that? That's a Golden Boy title. You know what I mean? You know, ever since I left those guys, made a decision for my family. You know what I mean? It's just been negativity from them. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. You know what I mean? Fine. My career has bloomed and progressed at an all-time high. You know, and why would I represent something that don't represent me or don't have nothing good about me? For what? I don't give a fuck about that. I have the best belt in the world, the most prestigious, most known belt in the world, where everyone wants to build their legacy. Guys feel they need the WBC to have on their resume to have to build their legacy. You know, I know how important it is. You know what I'm saying? And I have that. So I'm not worried about nothing else or anything. You know what I'm saying? As far as when it comes to this fight and what's on the line. At the end of the day, all I want to do is have my unfinished business and knock Fury out. And at the end, they raise my hand and say, and still WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And that shall happen. And that's all I'm looking forward to. Anything else, man? You know.
I mean, champ, I will say we held a show specifically for that. And every caller basically said that if you win, you should just take those titles. For one, there's no sanctioning fees on the lineal. Like you said, it's invisible. And the ring is only granted to the best in the division, so there's no sanctioning fees on that either. So it'll just be something to have in your showcase, I guess, for the ring.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's, you know, to have belts and putting belts on the line, you know, for a fight. That's a big fight. Whatever. Like I said, the presentation looks good. It does. It looks good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, I don't even know how to explain it, how I'm really feeling, you know, about it, whatever. You know, like I said, it looks good. And when I knock him out, of course, all those things will come with me because it's on the line. And that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? It'll be written by my name that I'm such and such and such and such. It's just all a title. It's a title. You know what I mean? But I'm on a quest, man. I'm on a mission to accomplishing a lot of great things in boxing. And you know, I'm not dwelling on what's this belt and this lineal stuff. And when I knock him out, you won't hear me talk about no lineal. The lineal dies with Tyson Fury come February 22nd. It dies with. It begins with him and it dies with him as far as the talking of lineal stuff. I don't care about that. That don't mean nothing to me. That ain't even important. Not in my eyes. And many others as well. So.
All right, we got Dominic in Seattle that says, hey, this is just a statement. Hey, Deontay Wilder, this is Mr. PBC, Mr. Pay-Per-View here, wanting to show you my support and praying that you put Tyson Fury, grown, tall for nothing, childbearing hips Fury to sleep on mamas, whatever that means. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, Mom. My man, I appreciate you, and I promise you, we're gonna. Like I said, I'm gonna finish him. Unfinished business. I promise you that. When have I let you down? When have I spoken something that haven't came to pass? You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you right now, this fight right here is gonna be an amazing fight. This is my turnaround. This is a quick turnaround for me. Something that I used to do all the time in my younger career, and it feels so good because I come into camp already in shape. I'm never out of shape. But when you give me a quick turnaround like that, my body is still like active. I feel like I still been trained. Like it's crazy right now. It's it's crazy. Even with sparring and training, you know, it's amazing feeling what my body is feeling right now. And Fury is in big trouble. He's in big trouble. You know, and I want them to keep that energy that, you know, all I am is right here. I think that's what's been keeping me alive with these fighters. They don't have no type of game plan. Well, I wouldn't say game plan. They don't have the recipe of beating. They, you know, all of them thinking the same shit. Everybody repeats after each other, and it keeps it alive. I sit back, me and my guys, we sit back and laugh at these motherfuckers all day long. All day long, because nobody really know how. Everybody repeats what everybody says, and not really see the beauty, you know. But when he come into this fight, he gonna know immediately that this is a different man. This is a different person.
Do you anticipate Fury coming out in the southpaw position? We've seen him in the sports fight come out in southpaw and a little bit in the oval, and in his rematch with Derek Chisora, he pretty much fought the whole fight southpaw. If he does, do you think that's a mistake?
I mean, it doesn't really matter what position he come out in. You know, even in our first fight, you know, if he switched inside, I don't even remember going to southpaw, but even if he switched back immediately. He didn't fight me in no southpaw. You know what I mean? And I don't, you know, if he does do that, I'm ready. I just fought one of the best in the world, one of the most skillful, you know, fighters to date, and was a southpaw in Luis Ortiz. So, you know, it ain't gonna matter what style that he comes in. It ain't gonna matter who's in his corner or what they say or what they got going on. Trust me, Mike, when I say this, it's not gonna matter. Come February 22nd, I'm putting Fury out of his misery. It's going to be the baptism, too. Welcome to the reunion. And it's going to be amazing, man. You'll see, though. You guys will see. I can't wait.
Absolutely. So, champ, with Clarissa Shields, she's fighting, I think, tonight. There's been a lot of talk of her and Amanda Nunes getting it on. I got to ask, because you have a tradition of beating up cokeheads, can we ever potentially see Deontay Wilder versus John Jones? I know there's been some rumblings about it, especially with the MMA community. How do you feel on doing a crossover event, and would you be interested in that?
I mean, like I said, I only have 6 years, and if theoretically speaking, if anything can happen in that time frame, I mean, I've spoken out about that before. You know, of course, you know, for me, I'll fight you in my sport, and I'll come to your sport and do it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel MMA, it'll be more crucial. Now they allow you to get on top of your opponent and bash his face in with velocity of speed coming downward. 4-ounce gloves. I always talk about getting people out of the ring, but that'll definitely be the sport where I shall get a man out of. It's just different rules and different things, and you know, I'm built, man, with a set of skills on me. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of intellect and a lot of knowledge of comeback, period. You know what I'm saying? So I see all the MMA guys always come to boxing and stuff like that because, you know, boxing, you have to stand on your feet, baby. You have to be a motherfucking man for 36 minutes of nothing but focus and concentration of thinking your next move while defending yourself. While this man coming in trying to take your head off, you trying to think of what you can, you know what I'm saying, and come back and and bring your offensive game too. So it's a big thinking game, all the way around. But I wouldn't mind going into his world as well too. You know what I mean? Hey, 1 for 1. And then, may the best man win out of that. But, all this is fantasy talk. I don't think nothing will ever come into fruition. You know what I mean? I'm just too dangerous of a man in any type of comeback sport. I really would end the life. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the power too. And that's just the damn truth.
And that's why we love you, champ. I would truly believe you would do the MMA thing. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to ask, you've been very, very outspoken about, drug testing in the sport. And it's possible, we heard Dimitri Salita said that Big Baby might be on the undercard. How you feel about Jarrell Miller being on the undercard of Wilder Fury?
To be honest, Mike, I never stopped the man. I never have stopped the man from making money from his family, and I never will. You know what I'm saying? What I have, my opinion about him and how I feel about him as a fighter, you know what I mean? It's not gonna affect me as a man, as a person, as a father. They have to support a family. He made dumb decisions in his life already, with the Joshua things. And, I ain't here to take any more money out of those kids, man. So I don't have no problem with him on the card. Like I said, that's other business. You know what I'm saying? That's something else. That's different. You know what I mean? I never, there's been a lot of guys that fight on the card that you may have some type of ill will towards, but that don't block me from allowing a man to make money. That would be I would be considering myself a crab in a bucket. And these are the things that I preach against. These are the things that I try to develop as a black man to my people. You know what I'm saying? Although we may agree to disagree at times, that don't mean we have to continue to pull each other down when a certain situation happens. This is a point in time where he's fighting for his family. Now, what I have, my feelings have to be pushed aside of how I feel personally about him. And I have no ill will towards that he fighting recorded to provide for his family. The other issues, that's another time, another place, another day. And that's how I feel about it.
All right, champ. We got one coming in from Sweden. His name is Killer. He says, shout out from Sweden, champ, by way of Serbia. You seem to be able to apply a lot of mental pressure to Ortiz without even having to keep a high work rate. How did you accomplish that and keep throwing that left hook to the body, champ?
My man, I appreciate you. And we know that in rematches that I'm a lot smarter. I'm totally a lot better than I was the first time because I have a little bit more acknowledgement of understanding, their style and their mindset as well too. So it kind of gives me an advantage to come in the second time around because I know most of these guys don't have nothing to change up on. They're not going to change certain things. Like I said, you can get in more shape or something, but you ain't gonna get no faster than what you are, and you can't train your chin to be harder than what it already is. It is what it is. You have to deal with it. And with that being said, coming in the second fight with him, it allowed me to understand the first time what I was doing wrong and what I was doing right. And what I was doing wrong, I just corrected it. And by me correcting it, because I was so calm, that's just an indication that I corrected, what probably could have been a problem for others for me in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to do all the right things when I get in the ring. I know I have a special style and skill inside the ring, but certain things is just principle. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to execute the principles of boxing, and being able to find things. That's why I was able to get an angle on Ortiz that I didn't get in the first fight. But I understood a lot of things from after looking at the first fight and coming back into the second fight and working on things in camp to come back into the second fight and display what I worked in camp. So it all works out. I'm a very intelligent fighter. I work extremely hard to be the best. I already feel like, I have a target on my back, not only just with fighters, but just with the world in general, because of who I am and what I stand for and what I represent. I'm a strong black man, and I'm unapologetic about it. You know what I mean? I'm leading a nation of believers, and we're only getting stronger and stronger. That's it. We're only getting stronger. And by the end of my career, man, a lot of people are gonna be mad when I retire, man, because I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it, man. It's gonna be great. But I appreciate your question.
I wanted to ask you a question about a potential matchup, but it later came out that he may be facing somebody else. But I was more intrigued with the first matchup, and I'm talking about Adam Kownacki versus Dominic Breazeale. How would you see that fight playing out if that fight were to happen?
Hold on, Mike. We need to be going on. Hold on 1 minute, Mike.
No problem, champ.
So, could you repeat yourself? Could you repeat yourself?
Yeah, if Dominic Breazeale versus Adam Kownacki were to happen, how would you see that fight playing out?
Oh man, it would be a good fight. I would love to be in person to see that fight. Actually, so I can get a open view of seeing that. But I think. I'm not. Shit, that's a good ass fight though. To be honest, when I look at both skills, although Dominic Breazeale, we all know what happened in his last fight. With me, it was a dramatic knockout, and it was a humiliation fight as well too, because he talked so much shit. And when you talk a lot of shit, you know what I mean, and you get knocked out like that, it kind of puts you in the house for a couple of months. You don't want to show your face, even if when you go to the mailbox, you probably put a paper bag on your head, you know what I'm saying, and go on out there and get it and run back in. You walked out there, you ran back in, and that's probably how he felt being at the house and didn't want to go nowhere, And that shit wells up on our kids as well. You go to school, your daddy got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's your dad. Is your dad okay? And people, that stuff goes on, and and it could be a humiliation. But I don't think that's going to be the it factor for him. I think that even more make him more experienced, and I think it was a wake up call for him as well. Because when guys lose from him, they kind of learn something, you know what I'm saying? And I think, he took that and went back in the gym, and he's here. He's showing his face, and that was a good sign when I first seen him, he's showing his face, because it takes a lot of courage, man. When you get knocked out like that, and that you've been talking in the world, has witnessed it, and when you can be able to come back and face the world, it only makes you stronger. Only makes you work even harder when you're in that gym, because you know what it feels like to be humiliated. You know what it feels like to be low. Al Kownacki, he's still on the rise. He's still on the high. He hasn't felt lost a humiliation like that. But Breazeale has, so that makes him that much more experienced and that much more to have to prove something. So I'm not knocking Breazeale out of this fight. I think it'll be a great fight, and I'm more on Breazeale's side than Kownacki, to be honest.
Damn, champ! Now you got Mike over here, big headed.
I told you.
Yeah. I'm more because Dominique tough, man. At the end of the day, he's tough. He got a tough ego, and I think that being knocked out, like sometimes you got to put a man down off his high horse. You know what I'm saying, or whatever he's on. You got to calm him down. You got to get him off it. And sometimes when you get off it in the worst way, that's when you can come back and really play. You know what I'm saying? You can get your mind right and say, all right, fuck this foolish shit. You know what I'm saying? I just got humiliated and come back. I want to get real, real serious. And I think that's what Dominic Breazeale at this point in time, that he's serious about it, because he got the skill set to make it. I mean, like I said, he done made all the way to having 2 title fights. So I think this was a big lesson learned from me. You know what I'm saying? And like I do give him a slight edge in that fight, but who knows? You know, it's boxing, and we all can express our opinions. That's all that can happen at the end of the day, because when the 2 warriors get in the ring, we don't know what warrior gonna bring what to the fight. You know what I'm saying? It gets scary coming out. Well, I can't speak for myself, but I can speak from different things I've experienced from a lot of guys and what they say. You know, it gets scary walking out in that tunnel. It gets scary going over those ropes. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what's going to happen, knowing that you train hard for this fight, but knowing that the head is not meant to be hit in the first place. So at any given moment, at any given time in that fight, you can get hit in the wrong place, and you can be the one on the canvas, you know? And so yeah, I give him the slight edge in that fight. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, Champ, being as though that you're saying that, you know, how scary it is to walk out the tunnel, do you respect AJ anymore for coming out and admitting that, you know, he did suffer some anxiety and he did question a couple of things before going into the ring versus Ruiz that first time?
Oh, yes, for sure. You know what I mean? Just acceptance, acknowledging what was being denied. When it was, I mean, some people, you can't bullshit everybody. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of people love to bullshit and try to convince the casual, because the casuals don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better. And so when they try to come out, oh, this didn't happen or that didn't happen, they're like, nah, dog, this shit ain't making sense, bro. We in the same fucking field, bro. You might get over on wrong motherfuckers, but you can't get over somebody that's in it. Dealing with all the, you know, the sparring talk. Because everybody got connections everywhere. You know, no one's really, really safe unless you just really locking your shit down or you really own your people and shit, because shit gets out. A lot of shit get out. That's why everybody always talking about they have sources, but do you have the right source? And sometimes it can be. Sometimes, you know, people can have, and then people talk. People like to gossip. Come on. You know, they love gossiping and stuff. And a lot of things come out, they don't want to seem like, it was them that this came on or whatever, because it may seem weak because I'm a champion and, you know, I don't supposed to show this type of activity or whatever. But at the end of the day, I look at it as we're all human, man. We human, shit gonna happen. You about to risk your fucking life. You coming to a country that you never fought in before. It's okay to have those anxieties. It's okay. It's okay. And that's the thing about me, admitting certain things. Like these guys out here, like I laugh at them sometimes because they all lie about so much shit. And I'm like, man, just admit it. Just accept it. It's okay. That don't mean you a punk or you weak or whatever, because half of these people in the world is would never get in the ring. That is something that you can say you do often, that you get in the ring and you fight. Because ain't nobody, man. And then all these people out here talk about, oh, a fighter need to do this or he need to work on this. All you need to do, and that ain't never all you need to do. Trust that. But shit, how about you lead by example? You show me. You get in the ring or something, you show me. Because I'm a visual type of learner. You know what I'm saying? I show me, then I learn from that. But I definitely respect him for just coming out and and say, hey, this is what it was. Maybe him getting his title back made him feel some type of a way. He was excited. He wanted to come out clean. Guys, I got something to tell y'all. Yeah, well, about that anxiety report that came out. Well, I know I said it wasn't, but it was, okay? He's all right. It's okay, bro. Like, all right, man. We knew that shit anyway, goddamn. Hit him on the back head. Don't be doing that bullshit no more. Lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. You're good. I respect him for it.
All right, we got the next one from Stainless in Detroit that says, what up, champ? A.K.A. the King of Wakanda, A.K.A. Black Thanos, A.K.A. One Punch Man. As always, thanks for being my champion, the people's champion, the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder. My question is, after you body Tyson Fury, are you coming to the TBV Appreciation Night in May in DR and Border Wars 2020?
Man, I'm telling you, man, and I appreciate your words, your kind words, man. I appreciate you so much for it. And with the boy, I'm telling you, man, it seems like so much stuff, is getting packed. It has always get packed up on me and stuff, and that's how it's supposed to be. When you are elevating in life, and you're achieving your goals in life, things happen. Doors open, some closing, allow others to open, and that's what's going on in my life, and it allows me to miss out on certain things, even certain things with my children. But my mind is set on attending a border war. I said I was, and the champ is always a man of his word, and there's gonna be those times where nobody probably even know I'm coming, and I'm just hitting theirs on like, yo, man, I heard about it, I got some time, and I'm coming. I can't promise you a particular one at this moment in time, but I can assure you that I will be at one at some moment in time.
The next one is from Eric Cruz in Texas, who says, hey, Wilder, I've been to several of your fights. Which venue would you consider your favorite to fight in with the best crowd? My favorite so far was Staples Center. When you knocked down Fury in the last round, the UK crowd went silent.
My favorite place and crowd, there's so many because I have so many dramatic knockouts, and every time you knock this person out, the energy in the arena just becomes different. Shit, from the Brazil to the Spuka and from the Forties, shit, and the Tyson. I probably have to agree with you, man. It was all those fights right there, man. It was. I felt some type of energy in them when I knocked those guys out and how the arena erupted. I always ask my peoples on the outside, like, man, how was the energy in the crowd when it happened? They always like roll their eyes in the back of their head and like, man, it was crazy. So, I do be asking those questions or whatever, but, I think I'm going to have to go, man, there's so many of them. And I just...
Champ, you there?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, we lost you a bit.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Did you get my last ending?
Nope.
Oh shit! Hold on. I was coming out the elevator. I was like, well, all the fights that I had named, I was like, all those, meant a lot to me, and it's kind of hard to pick a certain one, and I just appreciate all those guys for all right, have a good one. I appreciate all those guys for participating in the ring with me and providing their energy to me. You know what I'm saying? We risk our life on the line, for other entertainment. You hear me and many other people that's involved in boxing say that term right there. And I just appreciate all those guys, man.
All right. The next one is from California. Just a statement. CYP says, Mr. CYP and his army are locked and loaded to bomb on any Wilder haters. That means Africans, Mexicans, Indians, Asians, and Europeans. Be careful. Hide your hate. Hide your wives. Bombs away. Bomb squad.
Oh, my man. I appreciate that. And, it's amazing to see how the landscape of my fan base have developed and formed. Like, we have a fucking shield on us. We have armor. We have armor like none other that nobody can pierce through. No matter what kind of conclusion or conversation or false allegation they try to come up and go against me and try to degrade my name, it ain't hurting us we still coming strong. We still come out each and every fight, each and every time to prove somebody wrong, and we accomplished that. And to see the landscape of how it is now, man, I have some loyal fans, and I have some warriors as fans, and man, you know, that means so much to me. You know, a lot of the people don't understand. You know, I hear a lot of shit. You know, of course, I listen to a lot of you guys. You know, on here a lot of channels, and I hear some of the people. You know, when the time that I am on there and stuff like that, it does my heart well. You know, especially when you scrolling down and seeing sometimes in the comment section. You know, I remember there was a time where you motherfuckers would show enough hate on me, but now shit, you hate on me. You may have somebody from the bomb squad or to come at him and just get at them. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you smile. You know, because I worked so hard to get in this position and to be where I am. You know, especially with the fans and having them to just acknowledge the greatness that I display and give to the world. You know, everyone wants to be appreciated of their work and be acknowledged for it. I always say, give me my flowers now. Give it to me right now. Don't wait till I die. Give it to me now. And I appreciate you so much for that.
Next one is from Killer Kells in Cape Town, South Africa. He says, "What up, champ? Blessings from Cape Town. During your face-to-face encounters and press conference, I'd love to see you emphasize on Fury's phony mental health issues and remind him he is nothing more than just a cokehead, crackhead from time to time, since he has been overstepped the line with all the disrespect and name calling to you. That should get under his skin a bit."
Most definitely. You hit the nail on the head with that one right there. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to having a conversation with Mr. Fury at the press conference, and we exchange energy with each other, and be able to see what man bags up what he say on the night of the fight. So it's gonna be a great one, man, and you're definitely right, and great minds think alike.
The next one is from the WBC that says, "Send him the best on behalf of the WBC office." And that was just a statement. The next one, I'm sorry, Mike, go ahead.
I was going to ask, do you still have any interest of fighting Andy Ruiz, seeing how the rematch played out with Anthony Joshua?
Well, not at this moment in time, Mike. You know, our goal is just to unify the division, and whatever put me close in that position of doing that, that's where I'm going. You know, not saying that I don't want to fight him, period. You know, I want to fight all the guys, you know, in the division, especially the people that says the best, you know. Right now at this point, you know, I think he just really got to get himself together. You know, at this point, we got to see what happens in this next fight, if he's really serious about this or not, because his last outing, you know, he just manipulated us. He lied to the people, and you know, and because we could see a lot of things, and we just get curious of certain things. Like, all right, man, you enjoy, you earn, you know, to get to where you got into, but don't let that overwhelm you. That's money store, man. At this point in time, you know, and a lot of these guys, you know, look at their situation that they're in now, and they get this big opportunity of a lifetime. And sometimes you win the lottery ticket, but you go crazy and not thinking about the repercussions that come behind your actions and stuff like that, and or not being able to see in the future of what it, you know, there's a lot of money right now, but shit, it can be a hell of a lot more. You know, it's always a lot more. And so with that being said, we got to see what he does in this second fight, see if he's really serious about boxing, or if that was it right there. That was the end of him. That's all he, you know, sometimes a guy get something that they never had in their entire life, and it takes the best of them, you know. So I got to see that first, you know, but especially where I am now, you know, you got to move on. You know, I got to sit back and he get himself in position. Then I will fight him, you know. So that's that.
Real quick follow-up. Were you more impressed with AJ's performance or more disappointed with Andy's performance?
I was more disappointed with Andy's performance. I thought he was gonna come out and give a better example, and a better performance. And I say example because he came out, he was the underdog in the first fight, and he came out and he did the impossible. You know what I'm saying? And now you got that belt. Now you got an opportunity. Like, I'm gonna show these people that this shit wasn't no fluke. This one just, this wasn't no coincidence. Just happened. And I was definitely rooting for him, for personal reasons, but also, for being happy for him as well. So it was like 50-50, But that performance that he displayed, man, it was just, it's unacceptable. For what he did and how he was out here saying that he was training and he didn't let certain things get to his head and stuff like that. I think I'm just too real, and I just like others to be real too. No matter what the situation is, it is what it is, and we got to understand that we all are human. We all make our own mistakes in our own way, and sometimes we may do something that may not be of a mistake in our opinion. We may want to, we chose to do this, and we know what comes behind our actions, and we're willing and able to accept the actions behind our decision. Some people are like that, but we'll see what happens, man. It's long live boxing, long live the heavyweight division, and long live the king, and to knock these motherfuckers silly.
Now, champ, I gotta ask you this on behalf of all my fellow Border Wars brethren. You've showed interest in Border Wars before, but I gotta ask. How closely do you keep up with it? And is there any of the Border Wars fighters that stood out to you? And if so, who are they?
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't kept up with it very closely, but I'm aware of it. I see sometimes it's being posted, on Nestor page and stuff like that. And every now and then I go watch a fight and see what's going on. I see how hard those guys, these guys really train. Like I was telling them, man, you guys really train. They really participate in it as if this was a real career of theirs. And I like the participation and how they conduct themselves as try to be, well, it can't be trying to be because you're definitely in that fight. So it ain't trying to do shit. You're definitely doing it. But as far as a professional level of, emulating the same things as we do, just on a smaller scale, and I respect it. I respect any man that trains and get their body into preparation of being in the best shape possible and going out and displaying their greatness. You just never know what you have until you try. You don't know what you can do until you try, and that's why I'm looking forward to coming in person just to see, because you can say one thing on interviews, radio, and all that, and like I said, it's another thing bagging it up. And a lot of these guys, I may come up on some guys that probably not friends of mine that probably thought some type of thing, but meet me in person, and you're like, you know what, man, this guy, I'm not what they thought I were, or shake somebody's hands of, man, that was a damn good fight, bro. You did great. You may have a career in professional and make it feel good or something like that. Man, I'm all about great positive energy no matter where I go and stuff like that. And but I definitely want to be able to come to a border war, for sure.
Well, whenever you make it, champ, just know we'll have a Supermax T-shirt for you.
My man.
We got Carlito K in the UK that says, why haven't you called out AJ yet? When he lost, you were all for unifying with Ruiz. You even spoke of getting out of the Fury fight to face Ruiz if he had won. Now AJ is two-time heavyweight world champ again, and you've gone quiet. Please explain.
Well, my main focus right now is on February the 22nd. It's not going to do any good to anyone for me to be calling them out and speaking my piece. At the end of the day, that's all it's going to be, me speaking my piece. No action is going to be taken, and I know how these guys operate. I've dealt with them for 4 months before, so I know how they operate. It's just like going into a rematch fight. You understand from the first fight, and you can comprehend things and take it into the next time around. You know what I mean? So at this moment in time, I just don't want to waste any negative energy with none of these guys that's throwing emotional garbage or have any type of negativity going on. You know what I mean? I ain't in, you know, like I said, I got one of the biggest fights of my life coming up, and that's my whole focus. You know, shit, these ticket prices are so damn high. Don't I know you like saying, if I buy this shit or click this goddamn button, I better see the best motherfucking fight of my life. And I would expect the same thing, and I would be saying the same thing. So to give you guys that, I'm shutting everything down. You know what I mean? My mind is not on what they're talking about. You know, at the end of the day, like I say, they just keep me relevant. I don't have to say nothing. And if everybody got, man, you know, it's self-explanatory. You know, so I don't. When that time comes for me and him to fight, I just want them to step up to the plate. It's about that time. All I see is every time I got to fight, that's when he come out saying shit. I don't never see him saying shit when I ain't got no fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit go quiet. And y'all know how I am. So, you know, I want to fight. I'm not going to waste no energy with them. And that's my piece right there.
He's actually been talking about you a lot since he won. He's actually done. I was surprised of so much.
He did a breakdown of your knockout against Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, they had him watching your fight on Sky. Then they sat him down to talk about you. It was a lot of stuff that came out, and that in that Sky interview, that's when he said he'd be willing to help Fury, but the interview was about you.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, you know, I'm the hottest thing around. I'm the hottest thing around now, man. You know, especially in that weight division, and you know, I've drawn that attention to me with my dramatic knockouts, and I understand it. You know, can't nobody tell me different. Can nobody tell me? I hear it on a daily basis. You know, from people that coming in, especially new ones, people that left boxing and came back, and they always tell me how I've made it exciting for them to come back, you know, and stuff like that. And I appreciate it. If anyone listening and they feel that way, that I've done that for them, you know, I appreciate you so much. Just like with Mike, he said he came back, you know, because because something that I did. And, you know, I appreciate stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It keeps me motivated. It keeps me, you know, my mind in a place where this really just not just for me, because people are definitely looking in and they're looking up. They're looking for something from that individual person that they look up to grab and take and apply to their own life. And the only way you become wise if you apply knowledge to life. You have to apply knowledge to become wise. And, you know, and that's just what I try to do, man. Be the best at what I do. And along the way, I know people are looking in and looking up to me. And I just try to be the best role model that I can be. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to be able to be able to satisfy everyone's taste and need of what a champion's supposed to be like, or what a person supposed to be, or how a person's supposed to carry themselves. You know what I mean? I'm just being who I am. You know, I'm giving it to you straight and forward. I'm not going around the bush. You know, I'm just coming straight to you. You know, and I expect the same way from people that meet me and see me, come straight to me. Just give me it to me forward and straight, and just be real with yourselves, because I'm always real with mine.
Only a few more left. We got Jordan Baker in Fort Myers. He's also a Border Wars fighter. First time you're going to be fighting. He says, how do you feel about AJ saying the fight only makes sense in the UK if y'all fight? You think he's running from the American commissions? Hashtag PD squad.
I mean, I got to see what point of view he's coming for him to talk about it makes sense in that fight. You know, the saying is always, if it don't make no money, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Although going to the UK, you'll make money, but it ain't nothing like America, though. And we all know that. At this point in time, we know that. You know what I mean? They can generate the people, you know what I'm saying? But that don't accumulate into the big dollars, though. If it did, you'll have, you know, we'll all be going over there. You know, have stars and boxers will have been over there and had their career. You have more history of boxing over there than what it is now. You know, if that was the case. But I don't think that's the case. And if, I've said it before, when he was undefeated, that he wanted to stay in his safe haven. He felt comfortable. He felt safe there because of all the things, the referees and the people and stuff. When someone is really attacking him and getting in on the body, you see all the referee always breaking it up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that many a times. And he liked that. He liked shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that ref told him when he quit. This ain't no break. See, his refs, though, they ain't going to tell him and shit like that. They're going to protect him. When you come over here, it's a cruel world over here. It's different. Being over there and being here is day and night. Everything that goes around. You know what I mean? It's just like you see old white over there trying to act like he a thug and he got some gangster in him and all that shit. Man, you don't sit that weak British shit down, boy. Because you come over here, it's day and night. It's different. It's just different. Certain things are just, and to be able to conduct something, to be able to perform or act in a situation, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your heart. It ain't really about where you're from. Because people always want to talk about where I'm from here. It's what's in your heart at the end of the day. But with this situation, it's day and night. We have way more heart. We get down way more hard. This ain't no motherfucking knife fight. Subliminal message. But shit like that, man.
We got Jemmy in Delaware. You answered this, but just giving him a shout out. How was your visit with the Pope, and what's your opinion on AJ wanting to spar Fury for your fight? You've answered that, but getting his shout out. We got another one coming from New Mexico. Rail in New Mexico says, Champ, how does it feel knowing that you're one fight away from passing Ali in title defenses? How good would it feel to silence all the haters by walking into a fight with Joshua as the A side? Love you. Respect, champ.
To be honest, I've only thought about, passing Ali maybe a few times, and when that do happen, it's gonna be a great feeling. It's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be with me for legacy purposes. Something you can jot down by my name that'll be with me for the rest of my life. Accomplishment that I've accomplished, in boxing. Many thought it would never happen. Many thought I would never get this far. Like I said, I've been dealing with this battle, for 12 years, and I'll deal with it for the rest of my career. Because you can't please everyone, and when you understand that, you don't try to, you don't involve yourself into the negative, negative garbage that they throw at you. I don't participate in it. I rather entertain, the good people, the good vibes, positive energy. That's what I'm all about. But when I do pass it, it's going to be it's not a big thing. I'm like, be outrageously, happy about or excited. I mean, it's accomplishment, but certain people have levels of expectations of accomplishments that they accomplish, and with that one right there, just passing his reign and defending my title. It's a great accomplishment. It's going to feel good, but I'm not going to be overly excited about it. Was it a two-part question?
Nah, he just was sending his love at the end.
Oh, man. All right. Blessings. Thank you so much for the questions, and have a happy New Year. Blessings.
The last one is from Steve in Chicago. He says, you are the people's champ 100%. I appreciate your willingness to interact with us fans. That's it. Just sending a statement. Want to thank you, champ. That is all the questions, man. We do want to thank you. Obviously, you're in the middle of camp. You're a busy man. You haven't done anything, so that was amazing. Thank you for breaking the silence with us. That definitely is official, man. We appreciate you so much, man. And I, like always, have a blessed day, man.
Blessings.
Yeah, my man.
Best of luck to you, champ.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, guys. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. Continue doing you guys things, as you guys do. Happy New Year's, and I'm wishing many, many, many blessings to you guys. And I definitely will hit a border war. like I said before, definitely I gotta see one. You know what I mean? I like seeing, things like that, people participate in. And then, it's my sport, a sport where they come into, they think they have knowledge of, and I think you learn a lot more when you actually get involved in it. The things that have been said that you thought may not be, you may not have the same opinion after exiting the ring that you did entering in. And I'm gonna look forward to seeing at least one, and that's my word. But until then, love, peace, God bless, and thank you all. Until next time, Bob Squad. I'm out, baby. Peace.
Champ, thank you so much. There you have it, WBC champion of the world. First and foremost, man, I just want to say that, honestly,
there's only one Deontay Wilder.
You know what I mean? What's that? 2 hours with the champ answering everybody's question, man.
Exactly. Hold on, and that's what I gotta say next. We got 974 watching. We got 389 likes, man. What's going on there? We got the world champion.
Man, I mean, CYP said it the best, man. People bunch of freeloaders. CYP said it, man. They be hating on us. It's crazy. The level of engagement is in the basement out here. But we're going to go out to these callers. We're going to give you guys an opportunity to give us your thoughts on the interview, on anything Wilder might have said, anything you might want to say. This is the Voice of the People, where you get to voice your opinion right here. Yeah, man. So I kind of cut you off a bit. Any final thoughts before I get out to the phone numbers?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, you know what Wilder does is set an example. Despite who our favorite fighters may or may not be, that includes Canelo, Errol Spence, Crawford, leaving himself open to take fights wherever, negotiating with whoever. And I hope he's right. I hope he starts the trend. We got Fox and ESPN working together, and hopefully all these other fighters, man, take notice and follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, man, big ups to Wilder for coming on. Great interview, you know what I'm saying? Answered everybody's question, gave us plenty of time. That is the people's champ, you know what I'm saying? Sounds like he's very, very focused for this fight. Can't wait to the 22nd, 21st, something like that, for this fight. So, yeah, man, big ups to Wilder.
Whoa, 22nd, 21st? Or you getting there early? You want to get there for the weigh-in?
I'm trying to think of the date.
You going for the weigh-in. You going to get there on the weigh-in for the 21st, fight on 22nd. We got you. You was right. You don't want to get there late. You absolutely right. But listen, man, we're going to go out to the callers. You know the number to call in. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time, voice your opinion. Right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're giving 30 seconds. I'm sorry. It's Friday night. Fight's about to start. You know, we've been here for a minute with the champ. We gave the people what they wanted. So you got 30 seconds to get your life in order. Minute if you a boomeranger. You know what I mean? So that means 2 calls, 30-30. You know what I mean? So make sure you know what you want to say, because you don't want to get hit with the cut it. You heard? All right. Let's go out to the sponsors.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at El Camino Electrical Services.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right. I believe we got Mastermind NO up first. Talk to us.
What up, NO?
Whoa, man, I get a minute and 20 seconds, you hear me? But check this out. Champ in the game, the only one, dog, that get on any platform, show love to his fans, answer all the questions. Man, come on, man, who else doing that shit next, dog? We got to call a speed, and real got to recognize real, you hear me? Dude come on here, answer every motherfucking question, represent his people, and appreciate his fan base, dog. Come on, man, how you not gonna mess with that, man? How did say, bro? We gotta buy every pay-per-view, man. We gotta buy a ticket to this fight, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. That's the champ right there. He about to have the most title defenses, and how long? Man, look, man, dude got my full support, man. Whoever got a problem with that, you need to go get some help like AJ, man. Go get your psychiatrist, man. You hear me? Straight like that, you hear me? I got nothing else to say, man. That's my call, man. Bomb Squad, man. Hey, look, next.
Bomb Squad!
Yo, see, he won in minute 20. He was done in a minute anyway. CYP, Boomerang, LA, talk to us.
Bomb Squad!
Damn right. I'm going to speak calmly because y'all need to hear this. You ain't got nobody else who's willing to do that and answer a hater question and a fan question in the same motherfucking energy. Same energy. He respect y'all haters, but y'all can't respect him. Y'all either some Wilder super fans or you some super stalkers. Either one is weird because you come around on this show every day and you will hate on him every day. You listen to him talk for 2 hours and all you can say is negative. Dude, you either are stalkers or y'all super fans. I hope that y'all really just super fans and not stalkers because that'll be weird, man. That can get you in trouble in real life. But y'all should be ashamed of yourself. If you Nigerian and you take this shit too serious, you should be ashamed of yourself. If you from the UK, you take this shit too serious, you should be ashamed of yourself. If you're an American like Troy and you take that too serious, you should be ashamed of yourself. Stop following this man around every day. Stop looking at all his fights. Quit being in the videos. Quit being in the interviews. Because it's Bomb Squad for life. CYP out.
We got a super chat coming in from 7. Can't find the Ask Deontay Wilder Patreon post. And we got one coming from Will
Real
Foster.
quick, I just want to answer that. It was posted 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. You just got to scroll down, guys. There's a lot there. Look, we got to ask Tony Harrison. We got to ask Shakur Stevens. And I need to put another Castillo Clayton, who we're ready to interview again. He's got to fight. I don't even want to talk about it because, I don't want to talk about it with him. But, yeah.
Yep. Who was that?
Somebody on Skype. That's Rod in the 870. All
Super
off
chat.
mute.
All in the video.
Yeah.
Super chat coming from Will Foster. Bomb Squad riding with the champ. And we got one coming from YY9302010. Bomb Squad. I'll get you some more after these calls.
All right. Well, we're going to more boomerangs. I want to thank everybody for their support. Dom, don't waste your time on telling me to mail you your shirt. I'm going to mail you your shirt, man. All right? Don't waste your 30 seconds on that, champ, because you're going to be done.
But you know Don waiting for his intro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. See, he got me shook up. He reached out to me on every form of social media talking about he going to shoot me. I don't give him that shirt.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Patronquestions.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good, Mike? What's good, Nash? Hey, I wasn't trying to put you on blast. I've done that before, and I feel bad. So I hit you up on all the social medias because, I'm paying money. So I want to get my full boomerang, so I'll double it back. This is the only show I know on YouTube. I've been watching boxing for a minute. I mean, it's my favorite show, but the only show where my champ that I know of, that I watch all the time on pay-per-view, calls in and states his opinion, gives his interview questions, all the shit. That's my champ. Now, everybody else's champ needs you need to come on the show and state your opinion that get your champ on the show. I mean, Deontay Wilder shouldn't be the only one doing this at that level. We need to get Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Sean Porter more. I know we get his dad. We need to get more and more fighters. It will build the brand of TBV, and I support TBV, so obviously I want to build the brand. So, hey man, let's get more champs on the show, and one love to Deontay Wilder. That's my call.
Shout out Tevin Farmer, man. He was on the show, IBF champ.
Absolutely. Shout out Tevin Farmer and
shout out WBC champ Gary Russell was on the show last week.
You know what I'm saying? I was going to shout out somebody else. Shakur Stevenson, WBO champ.
Yeah, if you want to ask Shakur a question, that's also on Patreon. But if you don't get in now, you know what I mean? That's that's on you. Like, you got to make sure your notifications on. Remember, Patreon has a free app you can download, and then it even works better, man. You you're supporting us. You might as well go ahead and ask your question to these fighters. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Mike.
Dana Jones come with the super chat. I'm the world couch potato champion. Ask him if he wants a title shot at my belt. It will only cost him $14 million. LOL. I guess, bro. Kind of lame joke, but hey, man, you got your super chat read. Francisco comes with one. Thank you, TBV, for this Wilder interview. De lo mio.
De lo mio. That's what's up. Yo, man. I'm mad.
You can't just be saying De lo mio. That's what's up. And I don't know what the fuck it means.
Nah, I told you already what De lo mio. You De lo mio, dog. I'm De lo mio is like my it's like my nigga, but it don't really mean my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It literally translates to one of mines, but the phrase means more like that's my dude, that's my nigga. You know what I mean? De lo mio.
All right.
De lo mio. It's a Dominican thing, man. Get your Dominican up, baby. May around the corner. Get your Latino up. It's around the corner. We going down. Look, Stainless. Yo, you see Stainless ready? I'm telling you, it's going to be me, Ant, Stainless, Midi. Who else? Jose. I'm telling you. I don't know about Cruz because he having a baby in February. But, all right, who we going to? Let me see if there's any more boomerangs out here. We went to Dominic. We got... All right, and over here, let me see.
While you do that, super chat coming in from Rod870. Troy, join Skype and come on the after show. Per CYP, laughing emoji. Karma Surge says, shout out to TBV for getting the champ on the phone for an interview. Best boxing podcast.
Killer Ringer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a great interview, guys. Great interview by the Black Ivan Drago. It was a great interview. I'm waiting for Deontay to hold up his promise of killing someone in the ring. So can you hurry up with that? Can you ask him that next time? I'm waiting for him to kill somebody in the ring. It's about time already, So we need to get that popping.
He actually just spoke about it.
Yeah, you got a whole hostile mentality, you know what I'm saying? You ever seen that fucking movie Hostile, nigga?
He said, listen, he just said if they let him fight in MMA with 4-ounce gloves and that he could bring the punches downward.
I'm off that Hennessy, man. I'm not even paying attention. I just want to see bodies drop. That's all I know, and I'm out.
Killer wildin'.
Shout out to the hand dog.
I'm telling you, she got that import. We got Boomerang in Detroit, probably at work, so I'm buying your time. Talk to me.
Motherfucker murder, mayhem, last words of the stainless. Told you I would kill you, squeeze after I aim it. If you're talking money, then you're speaking my language. Or shut the fuck up in grown folks' conversation.
Yo, we back up in this bitch. Nash, Mike, Super Max, what's good?
What up, Stainless?
Champ?
What up?
Man, y'all already know, Mike, I'm happy you made it. Mike was spazzing on me on Facebook. I was like, where you at? He was like, nigga, I got a grocery shop. Yo, I don't know who this is. Keep calling me on Skype. But you got to call Nesta Gibbs, man. Y'all niggas tripping. Let me delete that again. Man, I'm going to start off with my shit backwards. If you ain't on Patreon, you stupid. Y'all want to keep on posting to these super chats, man. It helped Mike get his paycheck, so I'm with that. But if you ain't on Patreon, you stupid, because you ain't get your question asked like I did. Y'all niggas is tripping. Thanks, Deontay Wilder, for answering my question. I'm just going to go ahead and take that as a yes, even though it was as a maybe. Ness, Mike, you know what I'm saying, Mitty, I see y'all in motherfucking DR. That's all I got on that, man. It's always safe. Please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This TBV for life. And once again, if you ain't on Patreon, this is mostly for y'all niggas in the chat that just be talking to each other, thinking that we give a fuck about what y'all saying. Then you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless, man. Thank you as always for calling in. Let me see if we got any more boomies in the building. Steve in Chicago, Ringer.
What's going on, Steve?
What up, Steve?
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, great interview. I was in and out catching all of it because I was doing some stuff, but Yeah, man, that's a real champ. That's not a fake champ. That's a real guy there. So you can't do but anything but respect that man. Oh yeah, I'm with it. I ain't got much more to say. He's just real, and the other champ they got is fake in my eyes, and I don't like fake people. And I'll just leave it at that. And them guys in the chat can say what they want.
All right. Well, Steve, man, thanks for calling in. Remember, I think that's all the ringers, boomerangs, and let me see. Double checking.
While you do that, we got a super chat coming from Leo Loera. TBV, Voice of the People. Wildest People Champ. Bomb. We got one coming from Jazz 11. Great interview. Big ups to you.
All right, well, let's get down the line. We got a lot of callers. We're going to try and get through this. Remember, 30 seconds. Get your calls in order. We're going to go to my home state.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
I told y'all yesterday, fellas. I told everybody listening. TBV and Bomb Squad, that shit is magic on the podcast tip, man. That shit is amazing to have that sort of access. And that's the thing that makes TBV what it is. You can go from being a listener to being a part of the culture to being a part of the sport. Where the fuck else can you go and talk to the motherfucking champ? Nowhere. TBV. Bomb Squad!
Thank you for calling in. We got Josh in North Carolina.
Hey, man, good interview, guys. Hey, man, that was a good-ass interview, man. God damn, bro, y'all motherfuckers off the chain. Shout out to the motherfucking champ. God damn it, he the realest motherfucker ever. TVV for life. Click that like button, y'all. I'm out.
All right, we're going out to Black John. Talk to me. Black John, just listening? Usually are.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
No doubt. Rod and A70, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? Great interview. Like what you guys doing. Hey, man, these guys giving us good content. They brought us the Bronze Bomber. Hey, let's support the channel. Let's support Mike. Let's support Nez. I saw 900 and some people on the YouTube link. If everybody go in there right now, do a $2 super chat. Just a $2 super chat. That's all it takes. $2 super chat, or Mike, put your cash app in the chat. And the first 15 guys that donate $2, I won $30 yesterday on OKC beating Houston. I'll match the first 15 with that $30 profit I made yesterday. Mike, just inbox me if you meet your goal, and I'll cash app you that $30. But everybody, send a $2 chat to these guys, a $2 super chat to these guys to support the channel, man. They giving us a lot of content. That's my call.
Mr. Infojo.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Infojo.
presented by my brother.
Yo, shout out to the whole TBV family, the voice of the people. There is no equal. Shout out to the king of Wakanda, the man with the vibranium. Y'all finish the rest.
To crack your
Known to
cranium.
Cracking motherfucking cranium. No doubt. Yo, great interview, man. Hey, y'all, hit the thumbs up. You're listening to the Pound for Pound #1 boxing podcast in the world.
60 seconds.
Join Patreon. Like Stainless say, you must be stupid if you don't. I'm out, family.
Joe, man, thanks for calling in. We're going out to Elijah. Elijah, talk to us.
Fam, Wilder's a stupid motherfucker, man.
Whoa.
Wilder's so stupid. This guy dodges questions so well. The guy clearly asked him, you were saying you was gonna possibly cancel the Fury fight to fight Ruiz. And he dodges it and say, I'm focusing on Fury now. You Americans that soak up that shit are so stupid. You got a guy that's real as ever in Joshua. And you got Wilder saying, I don't fear any.
That's why you're in that shit, motherfucker. Mr. CYP, come with a super chat.
I gave him time too, you know what I mean? Even though he led like that, I know people felt it was harsh, but you know, voice of the people, right?
Voice of the people,
everybody
man.
ain't gonna love everybody, man.
That Henny going strong tonight, though.
Hell yeah, that Henny going strong over there.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Over there. We got a super chat coming from for CYP. He says, for Mike, we got one coming from Ivan G. Good interview. We got one coming from Nolia Danky. But that sounds good right there. Nolia Danky. Sounds like some fire-ass bud. Great show, fam. We got one coming from NO, Mike 100 with the strong emoji. And we got one coming from VA Money Group. AJ is the Lance Armstrong of boxing. I think that's kind of harsh. He ain't failed no drug test or didn't have a elaborate scheme to pass drug tests. We got one coming from Alex L. Dunno. Don't say nothing, just showing love.
All right. Back to the clock. We're going to JT New Orleans. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, Ness? Good interview. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Shout out to the TBV. I'm glad y'all keep bringing them great interviews, man. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, JT, for listening. We went to Killer. See what Mr. 704, talk to us. Might be just listening.
What up, big dog?
704, just listening. No, or not. All right. Majid in Florida, talk to us. All right.
Hey, come back to me, man.
All right.
Check. Great shit on the interview. And just tell everybody like the video. I'm out.
All right. And we got Stonebone Box in Colorado.
What up, Stonebone?
What up, man? Hey, shout out to the champ, man. That was a great interview, man. It was, like CYP said, man, the haters were sending in messages and still had that same energy. So the guy that called in, that's good job having the same energy to let the clown be a clown. And you seen, it's called the universal gods, man. If you don't, or the higher power that cut him off. It wasn't you, Ness. It was the God or whoever you believe. When you talking that bullshit, cut your shit short. Shout out to Wilder, man. We're looking forward to a knockout, and them tickets is selling like a motherfucker, like he said. I'll let y'all in the moment.
Tank Commander Zulu.
Salute, Ness, TBV family.
What's going on?
Great interview, man. Great interview. Let me reiterate what the champ said. He is the lineal killer. February 22nd is going to be the end of the lineal title, and it's also going to be the end of this clown Fury. But look, another thing that the champ said, and I'm going to be quick about it, when you guys asked him about, this is why this was such a great interview, when you asked him about Kaunaki and Brazil, he picked Brazil, just like I do. If that fight was to happen, I would pick Brazil. Shout out once again to the WBC heavyweight champion, Mr. It Don't Matter. That's my call.
Tank, man, thanks for calling in. We got Rough House Boxing. Talk to us.
What's going on, Rough House?
Boxing Voice, man. Great interview, man. Hey, salute. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my champ, the people's champ. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, man. One of the few that'll get down and walk and talk amongst the people, man. For all y'all AJ fans out there, man, your champ don't talk to you. Your champ don't even like you. You know what I'm saying? And y'all stayed here for 2 hours to listen to my champ talk, man. That's what's up. We appreciate you for your participation. Hey, and to piggyback off what CYP said about them stalking and all the negative energy, haters only hate because they love you. They just don't know how to show it, man. So we appreciate y'all for all y'all hate, which is love backwards, or however you want to say it, man. And once again, shout out to the TBV, man. Mike, Ness, y'all doing big things, man. Y'all.
Rough House, man. Hate to cut you, but everybody getting 30 seconds. Caesar Vegas, talk to us.
What up, C's?
What up, TBV family? Hey, yo, that allowed it sound like he got one of AJ's nut hair stuck in his throat. But anyway, speaking about the Patreon app, man, I got it. I got the Patreon app. Super easy to use, man. $3, $5 gets you in some board awards. You can ask anybody a question. Gary Russell, Bo Mack, Shakur, and the Bronze Bomber, man. Y'all got to get in on this, man. You guys are losing out a lot. And listeners can call in and say whatever dumb shit you want to say, as long as it ain't disrespectful. But hey, TBB for life, man, and that's my call.
Caesar, man, thanks for calling in. We going out to Florida.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño,
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Tonight, Roy. Let's go to work.
Hello, what up, y'all? You hear me?
What up, champ?
What's good? What's good, hey, man? Good interview, man. Shout out to TBV, shout out to the champ. He had me rolling, man. That shit was pretty funny. Talking about Fury, on the play in his nose and shit. About the tickets, man. What he was talking about, fuck Valentine's Day, come to the fight, man. Champ had me rolling, man. So good interview. Yeah, man. Appreciate the content as always, man. Shout out to y'all.
King, man, thanks for calling in. Trey, what's going on?
Hey, I think my audio may be bad, but I just want to say you need more haters, Ness. It'll make the show bigger. And Killer been on one all day. That shit was funny. That's my call. I'm out.
Trey,
and shout out to the champ.
Thanks for calling in, Trey. We're going to Lil Feezy. Talk to us.
What up, Feezy?
What's good, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, shout out to the champ. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all doing y'all damn thing, man. But to that wild hater, man, fuck you and whatever you stand for, homeboy. It's bomb squad around here, homie. That's my call.
Lil Feezy.
Tell them how you really feel, then. We got a super chat coming in from Jason Woods. He says, for Mike, big ups to you, Jason. Mad Bent ain't say nothing, just showing some love. Bully Block Comfort One says, keep up the good work. And we got one from KLB097. Appreciate the channel and callers. Bomb Squad. VA Money Group coming back with another one. AJ is a bodybuilding cardio athlete. Oxymoron. And we got one from Mad Bent 100. TBV, the voice of the people. All people, even the mentally ill. Bum Squad, TBV for life. And last but not least, Rod870 says, support the great show. Send those $2 super chats in. Big ups to you, Rod.
We got Dominic Boomerang.
What up, Dom?
No, wait.
Yo, what's good? Nah. You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, but
why you letting your clock? Today. Why you letting your clock roll?
Yeah, you can slide today. Go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, like I said, to all the haters, you should have Anthony Joshua call him. You live in the UK, you guys pay for the same queen and king and all that shit. Have Eddie Hearn call in, have Dillian White call in. This isn't the voice of Deontay Wilder. This is the voice of the people. So get everybody in this bitch. We want to hear from everybody. That's my motherfucking call.
Yo, we working on Dillian White, man. We working. I'm still working on it. I'm not gonna give up hope. Yeah, man. So NO got the minute 20. CYP win. It's Stainless.
I think CY got one more, right? Got 3 in all.
Yep. Stainless.
Well, since I got to it, for all my other boomerang people on here, I want to send a special fuck you to Elijah. We'll be on here for the after show. You stay your bitch ass on so we can talk stupid to you. Feezy, stay your ass on so you can talk stupid to this chump or this champion hating chump named Elijah. And as I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Yo, I
Mr.
This after show.
Mr. 704.
Yeah, what's up, champ? Hey, shout out to you, Ness. Mike, welcome back, brother. Super Max, hey, bro, you about to switch jobs. You know what I mean? Great questions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate what you're doing. You feel me? Give me something to look forward to every day, and I thank y'all for that. And shout out to my champions. We're going to be on the after show. You know what I mean? We're going to get it in, baby. Hey, be good, y'all.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. We're going out to Matt. Talk to us.
What up, Matt?
Matt, just listening.
Yeah, sorry, man. Just listening. Big up the show, man, as usual.
All right.
Great.
Thank you. All right. I think that's everyone, man. Great. Have a happy Friday. See you guys tomorrow. Border Wars, 9 a.m. And probably tonight we're doing Clarissa Shields. Me and Michael talking it back. And probably do Clarissa Shields at 9 or 10. I think it starts at 9, but I'm sure there's an undercard with Napoleon. That'll be a 10-round fight. Yeah, catch us here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And you probably should subscribe to the backup channel since you see that, they kind of flagged us here. So, yeah, man, subscribe at youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs and YouTube /The Boxing Voice. Peace.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. You can follow me on YouTube at Mike on Sports. Big up to the champ for joining the show today. Thank you.
Yeah, much love to Deontay Wilder for coming on the show today. Tune in tomorrow tonight for the Fight Chat show, and then tomorrow for the Border Wars Award show. Shout out to all my fellow nominees. The awards will be announced tomorrow. If you want to keep up with me in my training and we get ready for Border Wars 7, you can follow me on IG on big_supermax56. I'll be posting a lot more of my training, man. Until then, peace out.
Super chat coming in from Roderick.
Real quick.
Zacharias.
Edward, you didn't press 1. I don't know if you know, but you've been there forever. Just in case. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Rod from the 407 says, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, champ. All right. Well, that is it. Catch us on the next one. Peace.
Do say.
Peace out.